You are 1 hour away from a completely different life, yes. Just 1 hour, not next month, not when you're ready, not when things settle down. 60 minutes. That's all it takes to break average, to defy distraction, to demand better from yourself for your future. Because the truth is, the gap between where you are and where you dream to be, it's not talent, it's not luck, it's discipline, and discipline starts with 1 hour. The first hour of your day is the most powerful hour you will ever own. And yet, most people hand it away without a second thought. They wake up to noise, the buzzing of their phones, the chaos of emails, the distraction of social media. And before they've even opened their eyes fully, they've surrendered their peace, their clarity, and their control. But here's the truth. The first hour isn't just another part of the day. It's a sacred window, a moment where your mind is untouched, your energy is pure, and your choices are fully yours. What you do in that hour determines everything that follows. It's not a cliche, it's biology, it's strategy, it's power. Imagine waking up and choosing you before the world makes its demands, not reacting but creating, not surviving but leading. This is where intention begins. If you spend your first hour pouring into yourself, whether it's through silence, movement, learning, planning, you are telling your mind and body, I matter, my goals matter, my peace matters. You're not just building a morning routine, you're building a mindset of leadership. You become the kind of person who doesn't wait for permission. You set the tone, you call the shots. This isn't about perfection or waking up at 5 a.m. to join some productivity cult. This is about ownership. It doesn't matter when you wake up. It matters how you start. You can use that first hour to ground yourself, to reconnect with your vision, to breathe before the world demands your breath. Whether you journal, meditate, visualize, walk, read, what matters is that you do it with intention. You must be deliberate, you must be present. This hour is the difference between a reactive life and a powerful one. Let's be real, most people are exhausted because they wake up every day fighting battles they never prepared for. They walk into the storm without armor, wondering why they feel overwhelmed, scattered, behind. But the person who owns their first hour walks into the world with direction, with calm, with fire. That energy isn't accidental. It's cultivated and it becomes a shield, protecting your time, your focus, your priorities. You don't get dragged by the day. You drag the day into alignment with your mission . And no, you won't feel like doing it every day. That's normal, but that's exactly why it's powerful, because when you choose to show up anyway, when you choose stillness over distraction, intention over impulse, you're training your mind to follow your lead. You're no longer a slave to mood or momentum. You're not at the mercy of how you feel. You are in command. And when you lead your mornings, you begin to lead your life. It doesn't happen in a rush. It happens in the quiet consistency of the first hour. People think transformation happens in massive, dramatic moments. It doesn't. It happens in the micro decisions. It happens when you choose to rise with purpose instead of rolling into chaos. It happens when you value yourself enough to protect the first 60 minutes of your day like your future depends on it. Because it does. That first hour is your secret weapon. It's not glamorous, no one sees it, no one applauds it, but it's the foundation of greatness. The first hour belongs to you, and once you claim it, the rest of the world starts to follow. We live in a world that worships the hustle, but quietly suffocates in distraction. Everyone wants results, but very few are willing to sit in stillness and do the real work . The 1 hour focus block is where clarity sharpens, momentum builds, and excellence is born. This isn't about working longer, it's about working deeper. In a culture addicted to multitasking, you become unstoppable the moment you master single, tasking 1 hour, one mission, one outcome. That's where true productivity begins, not from chaos, but from concentration. Distraction is not just a bad habit, it's an enemy of greatness. You might think replying to texts, jumping between emails, or checking social media in the middle of your work is harmless. But what you're really doing is telling your brain to scatter. You're training your focus to be weak, and weak focus leads to mediocre results. But when you dedicate 1 uninterrupted hour to a task that matters, without checking your phone, without jumping tabs, without seeking validation, you are reclaiming mental sovereignty. That's not just rare, that's revolutionary. Think about it. How often do you give your dreams your undivided attention? How often do you sit, free from noise, to build the future you say you want? Most people never do. They chase urgency instead of purpose. But purpose isn't found in a to-do list. It's carved out in deep, intentional work, done in silence. 1 focused hour a day can birth a book, launch a business, rebuild a mindset. It's not about having more time. It's about honoring the time you already have and choosing to go all in . Now let's talk energy. A 1-hour focus block isn't just about finishing a task, it's about entering a state of flow. That place where time fades and creativity explodes. Athletes call it being in the zone. Artists call it inspiration. Scientists call it flow state. But whatever you call it, it's the most powerful zone a human being can enter. And it doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you eliminate distraction and give your full self to the task in front of you. 1 hour of deep work in that state can outperform 5 hours of scattered effort. There's something else, something deeper. That 1 hour of focused work becomes a mirror. It reflects back your discipline, your desires, and your drive. If you can't sit with your own vision for 60 minutes without seeking escape, then maybe it's time to question how badly you want it. Focus is a form of self-respect. It's how you show your goals that they matter, that you matter, because if your dream isn't worth 1 hour of pure, focused attention a day, it's not a dream, it's a fantasy. And fantasies don't build legacies. People who rise to greatness aren't born with superhuman talent. They're masters of focus. They know the value of carving out space, guarding it ruthlessly, and honoring it daily. They don't wait for inspiration to strike. They create the conditions for it. 1 hour a day, no distractions, just you, your vision, and your full, unfiltered energy. That's the battlefield where champions are made. And once you train your brain to operate at that level, you don't just do more. You become more . Not because of what you're doing, but because of how you're doing it. We live in a culture obsessed with image, but afraid of reflection. We've been taught how to pose for the camera, how to filter our lives, how to polish our profiles, but not how to face the mirror with honesty. The 1 hour mirror check isn't about vanity. It's not about fixing your hair or checking your outfit. It's about confronting the person you are versus the person you claim to be. It's an invitation to silence the noise and meet yourself, raw, unfiltered, and real. Because when you strip away the performance, you're left with truth. And truth is where growth begins. Most people never pause long enough to ask the hard questions. Did I show up today? Was I honest with myself? Did I lead with courage or hide behind comfort? These aren't dramatic questions. They're daily ones. They require no audience, no applause. Just radical self-awareness. The mirror doesn't lie. It reflects your effort, your discipline, your energy. And if that reflection stings a little, good . That sting is the starting point of change, because the greatest transformations never begin with praise. They begin with accountability. Let's be honest, everyone wants success, but not everyone wants to be seen . Not really. We want the outcomes without the inner audit. We want applause without introspection. But without facing ourselves, we become strangers to our own potential. The 1 hour mirror check isn't just about asking what you did, it's about asking who you were . Were you kind when it was hard? Were you focused when it counted? Were you intentional or just busy? This hour forces you to slow down and measure yourself not by how others see you, but by how you know you showed up. And here's the thing, self-reflection isn't weakness. It's power. It's easy to keep running, to keep producing, to stay busy and avoid yourself. It's much harder to stand still and take ownership. But that ownership, that's where confidence is born. Not fake confidence that comes from comparison, but earned confidence that comes from knowing deep down that you are living in alignment, that your actions, your values, your choices, they're connected. When you live like that, you walk differently, you speak with authority, you stop needing validation because your mirror already gave you the truth. Some days the reflection will make you proud, other days it will humble you. That's okay, growth isn't linear. What matters is that you keep showing up to that mirror, with honesty, with courage, and with a willingness to improve. The mirror doesn't demand perfection, it demands presence. It demands that you care enough to ask, is this who I'm meant to be? Not yesterday, not someday asterisk, today asterisk. And the more you ask, the more clarity you gain. The more clarity you have, the fewer excuses you tolerate. That's how people evolve, from the inside out. This 1 hour check isn't about guilt. It's about alignment. It's your time to recenter, to reconnect with your purpose, to make adjustments before the gap between who you are and who you could be grows too wide. Because that's what happens when we stop checking in. We drift, and drifting is the slow death of potential. But when you commit to this daily hour, you stop drifting. You anchor. You hold yourself to a higher standard, not because someone else is watching, but because you are . And that kind of self-leadership, that changes everything. The world doesn't wait for anyone, not for your excuses, not for your comfort, and certainly not for your fears. Every day it moves faster. The rules evolve. Industries shift. Opportunities disappear as quickly as they appear. And the difference between those who rise and those who fall behind comes down to one thing: who chooses to keep learning 1 hour a day. That's all it takes, one intentional hour dedicated to expanding your mind, sharpening your skills, and staying ahead of the curve. If you're not learning, you're losing, and in today's world, stagnation is the new failure. Think about how much time we waste scrolling, numbing, distracting ourselves with content that doesn't nourish our growth. 1 hour spent watching a show won't change your life. 1 hour spent scrolling through other people's lives won't move yours forward. But 1 hour spent studying your craft, reading a powerful book, or listening to someone wiser than you, that can change your mindset, that can change your direction, that can change your results. Success isn't just about what you do. It's about what you know and what you're willing to learn when no one's watching. Knowledge is a form of self-respect. When you commit to learning every day, you're not just preparing for opportunity. You're creating it. You're showing the world that you are not content with staying the same. You want more. You expect more from yourself, and that hunger separates the great from the average. It doesn't mean enrolling in expensive programs or chasing 1,000 certifications. It means taking ownership of your own evolution. It means realizing that everything you need to get better is already out there. You just have to claim it with consistency, with curiosity, with commitment. 1 hour a day might seem small, but it compounds. 1 hour a day is 7 hours a week, 30 hours a month, over 365 hours a year. That's nearly the equivalent of a full college semester, invested into yourself . Imagine what you could master with that time. Imagine the edge you'd have in your business, in your career, in your mindset. Imagine walking into a room and knowing that your knowledge is not only current but powerful, because you've been feeding your intellect while others were sleeping on theirs. That quiet advantage becomes a visible difference. People feel it when you speak. They hear it in your confidence. And let's be real, there will be days when you don't feel like it. Days when you're tired, overwhelmed, uninspired. But those are the days that matter most, because anyone can learn when they're motivated. But those who learn when it's hard, Those are the ones who grow beyond what the world expects. That 1 hour becomes a discipline. And discipline becomes identity. It's not about cramming information. It's about building character. It's about proving to yourself day after day that you are not someone who settles. You are someone who evolves *. Learning doesn't just sharpen your skills, it rewires your thinking. It opens doors inside your mind that you didn't even know were locked. It expands what you believe is possible. When you study the lives of people who have done extraordinary things, when you expose yourself to new ideas, when you push past what you already know, you stop living on autopilot. You start living with intentionality. That's the power of 1 hour of learning a day. It's not a routine, it's a revolution, and once you begin, you'll wonder why you ever lived without it. We often talk about ambition, discipline, and drive, but none of it holds up if your body is breaking down. You cannot carry the weight of your dreams on weak legs and tired lungs. Your body isn't just a vessel, it's the engine that powers every part of your life. If your energy is low, your decisions suffer. If your health is neglected, your momentum fades. That's why 1 hour of physical movement a day isn't about looking good, it's about functioning like the force of nature you were born to be *. Without strength, every other success becomes harder to hold. It's not about chasing perfection, it's about building resilience *. When you commit to moving your body every day, running, lifting, stretching, training, you're not just sculpting muscles, you're hardening your mindset. You're practicing commitment. You're showing up even when it's hard, even when you're tired, even when no one's watching. That kind of discipline doesn't stay in the gym. It follows you into your relationships, your business, your goals. Movement trains more than your body. It trains your will *, and a strong will is the foundation of a strong life. Let's talk about energy. Energy is your most valuable currency, and your body is its bank. The sharper your health, the higher your energy. The higher your energy, the more you can give to your work, to your people, to your purpose. 1 hour of movement fuels everything else. You think faster, speak clearer, lead stronger. This isn't about having abs, it's about having access to your full potential. When your body is thriving, nothing feels too heavy. You begin to carry your life, your challenges, your vision with power. People love to glorify late nights and burnout, but longevity is the real flex. Anyone can sprint for a season, but to sustain excellence year after year, that takes health *. That takes stamina, and stamina doesn't come from wishful thinking. It comes from training. 1 hour a day where you choose to sweat, to breathe deeper, to push limits, to move with intention. That's not selfish. That's leadership. Because when you take care of your body, you set the tone for how seriously you take everything else. And let's be honest, some of the most powerful breakthroughs you'll ever have won't come while you're sitting still. They'll come mid-run, mid-lift, mid-sweat. When your mind and body are aligned, when your blood is pumping and your ego is silent. That's when creativity flows, that's when problems unravel, that's when clarity hits. Movement isn't just physical, it's mental medicine *. It clears the fog, it grounds the chaos, it reconnects you to what matters most. You don't just feel stronger, you think stronger. This hour doesn't have to look like anyone else's. It doesn't require a fancy gym or expensive equipment. It requires intentionality *. It requires you to decide, I will not allow my body to become the reason I can't live the life I envision. 1 hour of movement a day is a declaration. It says, I value my life enough to protect it. I value my energy enough to invest in it. I value my purpose enough to be ready for it. Because when your body is strong, your boundaries are stronger. Your presence is louder, your leadership is clearer, and your life, brick by brick, becomes unshakable. And now you know, the rule isn't complicated, it's not mysterious, it's *1 hour *. 1 hour a day that separates the wishful from the powerful. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need a miracle. You need a decision, because the life you want. The strength, the clarity, the legacy. It's not waiting at the end of a year. It's waiting at the end of your next focused hour. Every great transformation starts with one choice. So ask yourself, will today be another excuse, or the first hour of everything you were born to become?